You know, we couldn't do stories like these without the support of the Detroit Journalism Engagement Fund, which is a project of the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan that's working to increase quality journalism and to help better inform communities. All right, with me now is Sarida Scott, and she's the Executive Director of CDAD. Sarida, it's good to see you.
Thank you, Christy. Great to see you.
You know, you've been back to the Commons and you had some community meetings there as well.
Yes.
How are they doing?
It's doing wonderful. They're a great example of working with the community to find something that they need that also appeals to a number of people, and a great connector. And the space is beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. It really is neat, and it's bringing in all different kinds of people. And the original idea for this story came from a community meeting that you facilitated with us with Detroit Public Television in the basement of the Church of the Messiah, where people were talking about neighboring. And I know that you go around to a lot of different communities and help facilitate these conversations about what different neighborhoods, what people are thinking about and what they'd like to see. Are there any similarities that you're seeing in different pockets around the city?
There are. I mean, one of the more common concerns is really about what's happening to our neighborhood in light of all of the development happening in the city of Detroit. And at the one hand, people are excited. People want new development. People want their commercial quarters to come back. On the other hand, there's the fear that they will be pushed out, that the businesses won't address their needs. And again, I just have to say we're hoping that more neighborhoods, more developers, more leadership will kind of take an example of the Commons and recognize that you can have a profitable business that responds to what the current community and residents need.
But does that also come down to some of the organizations? So when you go out to neighbors and neighborhood groups, you say, you know what, you're going to need to do this or do this to make sure that people actually hear your voice. Do people feel that they're being heard?
Exactly, and that's really where CDAD comes in. So CDAD is a membership organization of community development and neighborhood improvement groups. So the block clubs, the CDOs, you're right. And they are there to speak for residents. They are there to help understand what the resident needs are and then to convey them to anyone that wants to come in and do business in the neighborhood. So yes, it's extremely important that we have these connections with the organizations and that they're recognized as being the voice and having the connection to their neighborhoods.
And also connection to maybe some of the work with the city and the city government and seeing how they can tap into the resources there, because it feels like we're hearing so much more about programs that people can tap into, whether it's starting a small business or redeveloping a neighborhood block, but they just need to get that kind of information.
You're exactly right. And the city of Detroit, the planning department particularly, I've been really pleased that they are working to do more community engagement. And so just in the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood, there's a resident and action committee that's working with them on this planning project. And so we need more of that, but you're right. We definitely want the connections between the city and the residents on all of these things that are happening.
And we're starting to see so much change, but I think making sure that people's voices are heard as part of that change and that it's not just happening to where they're living, but they're actually a part of it as well.
Exactly.
All right, Sarida Scott from CDAD. It's so good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Christy.
All right, we'll see you soon. And that's going to do it for One Detroit. Check us out online and follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. We're there. We will see you next Thursday. Take care.